Hello everyone. In this video, we'll talk about few rules which you should know before going for your Viva 1 or Viva 2. We'll go through few of the documents which we have already created. You can go, first of all, you should go to important doc, and then there are few files which you should go ahead and see. So this one which you can see is Viva checklist. Uh, Before going to that checklist, I believe that you have already submitted the file, the project file, and then you are now preparing for Viva 1. So when you are going ahead, then you should at least know about these things which is there in the Viva checklist. So a few of the important things which you should first of all notice, either if you are in MAD 1 or MAD 2, that you will be given only 30 minutes to showcase your particular application which you have built. So 30 minutes would be your time for Viva 1. And this changes for Viva 2 when you will be getting 60 minutes for it. Okay, so it can be a possibility that your Viva ends before 60 minute in level 2, or also it is possible that your Viva will end before 30 minute as well. It's up to your logic, whatever you'll be explaining during that particular Viva. It is possible. It can go beyond that 30-minute period, but if your proctor allows, then only. It is up to the proctor's situation right during the Viva, what is happening there. Okay, so this would be one of the guidelines you should follow. So make sure it should complete within 30 minutes. The other rule, which is the important part of this particular Viva, is that you should be able to at least start off your application within the 10 minutes period of your Viva starting. So let's say if it start at 7 p.m. So within 7:10, you should be able to start your particular app or project or whatever you have submitted, right? So is one of the main things. If it is not done, then your proctor can make you fail in that level, and you might have to repeat that project. If you are in last batch, you won't be able to resubmit in that particular term, but you have to repeat the full cycle in the next term itself. So if you are in MAD 1, you have to repeat a new project and you have to do that new project. The other thing is, if in these 10 minutes or beyond that, let's say within 30 minutes, if proctor feels that you are not able to explain your code, you don't have much knowledge about your code which you have submitted, and it feels like you might have taken help from someone and you don't know much about that particular code which you have submitted, then you can be flagged as malpractice. Okay, so there are two different things, malpractice and there is plagiarism check. So what plagiarism check means is it will be done from a machine and then manually from instructors before going to a Viva. So first of all, we'll do a plagiarism check on your code. It will check for from other students as well. And then after that, if your code doesn't match with the other student, you can go ahead with Viva. But when you are sitting in the Viva, it is possible that your proctor can uh, flag you as malpractice because you are not able to explain your code. So this is one of the possibility, and you will be failing that level. And whatever the DWC committee will decide, it will up to them to give you the punishment according to that. So this is one of the important thing. So make sure you understand whatever you have built in your project, whatever you have given to the submitted file, you should be able to explain those things and also understand what they are doing at that particular project. Okay, so this is what you should be understanding in that period. And after that, you should you should prepare. This is because this is level 1. You should not feel like you won't be asked a theoretical question or any code changes. It is okay to ask you some theory question, and also if proctor feels that you are not able to answer them correctly, it is possible that they will ask you to code as well. Both are possible in that scenario in level 1. So this is the new thing which you have added. Also, student who have not created a gift repo and also not added us as collaborator, we will be having a penalty of 6 to 7 marks from your theoretical questions, where you will be getting zero if you have not done the collaborator part and GitHub repo part. So this is one of the things which we have added recently in the past terms. Okay, so this should be in your mind before going for the submission and Viva. And after that, let's say if you are you have booked your slot and you are unable to demonstrate your app, and you're not present at that particular moment when you have booked it, uh, because let's say if it is in third batch and there is large amount of participant who have already submitted their code, and we don't have much time, rescheduling won't be possible unless until, let's say, if you have a genuine cause, we if and your proctor is available, then we might do it, but it is highly not possible, particularly highly not possible in this scenario in third batch. So make sure if you book a slot, be ready to present your app, otherwise you will be failing that particular level. Okay, so this is the thing which you should be understanding, and then after that try to book the slot. Otherwise, if you are absent, we will be failing. The scoring, so there is a minimum score which you should be getting in level 1. Otherwise, you won't be proceeding to level 2. So there is 16 to 28 marks at least you should be getting. So in between, if you get the marks, you will be getting a D or E grade, and more than 28 out of 40, you will be going to level 2. So this is the scoring progression which you should be following. uh, so let's say if sometimes what happens is you are dealing with proctor and you try to, let's say, misbehave in that particular moment and it is recorded, uh, we will send it to student affairs and they will take action against you. So if you are proven guilty, you will be uh, getting the punishment at that particular thing as well. So make sure uh, uh, don't create any unnecessary argument at that particular viva, otherwise it will be. So if you only have 30 minutes, right, so you should be able to at least focus on uh, representing your or showing your project, other than making an argument with the proctor. So it will be better, you should just show your project and get done with that. Okay, so this should be one of the things. Recently, we have added one of the component that is called AI LLM users. So you are allowed to use AI LLM for understanding the code, understanding how it behaves and all. It is fine, but during the Viva, you are not allowed. Okay, so if you are giving your Viva, you are not allowed to use any AI or LLM to answer the questions which are asked by proctor. So this should be in your mind before going to Viva. Please turn off all the AI, LLM, or any other agents and all what there are in the VS Code or any editor which you are using. Okay. The other part is you might have used AI LLM to understand the code and all, but it is possible that you don't know everything, right? So you have used it, but you don't know everything. So to make sure that you have used that particular AI LLM, you should go to this particular document, check out how much percentage of the, let's say, if you are using in the backend side of the code, Flask and API, then it is in MAD 1, it is 20%, about 20%. If you are using all the APIs and routes in your code using Flask and it is coming from a LLM, so it is about 20% which you are using. And similarly on mat 2, it is about 18% which you are using in your code if you are just directly copy pasting or you have taken reference from the LLM. So one thing is there that you should not be copy pasting directly. It will, so let's say you come to your Viva and doctor asks you about that particular code which you have just copy pasted. If you are not able to answer it, it will be considered as malpractice. So be aware of it. If you are using any kind of LLM and all, at least know what it is doing and try to at least code it once by yourself as well. So it will be a good idea to do that. So making this point in the seventh here. So you can use LLM and AI or any agents and all, but the thing is, you should be able to explain it to the proctor. Otherwise, you will be considered as malpractice case. Okay, so this is one of the things. The 8 point says that see, if you are booking your slot, it can happen that there is a delay on sending the emails about your schedules and all. So it can be possible that you will get the mail just before, let's say, in the evening. So let's say tomorrow is your Viva. You might get your mail by 10 in the evening, right? So this is one of the cases which you should be knowing. So let's say if you have Viva tomorrow at 12 a.m., sorry, 12 p.m., you will be getting the email on the yesterday part. So today you will be getting at the evening about that particular Viva. So check your calendars, check your mail during the previous evening till that point. Okay, so this should be clear in your part. Now, the one thing that happens during Viva is sometimes if you are presenting your code and all, uh, it may be possible that your camera is not working in the computer, right? So in that case, you might have already given OP and all. If you have not, you can just refer to some of your friends. You can use your phone camera to do the Viva and all. So you should be at least know that your camera is working or not. If it is not working, try to use phone and all, so that it can complete your Viva is completed within the time period which you have given. Okay. Now, these points are there. You can just read it out by yourself as well and go through these things. The average time basically for MAD 1 it will take around 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes if it is a little longer. For MAD 2 it can take 30 minutes at least. So this is okay. So these are the average time limits which we have given. Now, if you have not submitted, you can just click on this link and go ahead, and how the submission process works, you can just do that. One thing which you should be knowing before going to Viva is we will ask you to, let's say, it is possible that we can ask you to do the checksum. So there is something called checksum process which you should be knowing. Uh, it is possible that you can either download your submission. Okay, you can download your submission from the portal as well, or you can do the checksum process. Both are okay for us. The checksum process is given in your mail. Whenever you read your mail, you will get to know that thing. Okay. Also, in this particular document, I have written how to do that, how things gonna work with the checksum part. The other part is you also should know that what are the things you should be running in your app. So particularly for mat2 people, uh, if you are using, let's say, a salary task timing and all, so you should be uh, if you have written a code and all, you should be well versed about that code, or you can write all the commands which you are using, from creating a virtual environment, from creating a salary part, from Redis, and whatever you are using. So you can create a text document and you can refer to that particular document at during the Viva period. Okay, so this is okay for us. Also, you will be asked to show the repository. So GitHub repo should be seen in during the Viva, so that it can be confirmed that you have added us as a collaborator. So this is one of the things. Also, the proctor might ask you to show the ID card. So ID card, you can just show it on the screen, the dashboard. It is okay for us to show it in the dashboard. That means in your browser, you go to student dashboard, and then there you can download your uh, student ID card in from the download section. It is fine. We are okay with that. No need to show a physical or hard copy of your ID card. It is fine. Okay, so the process of how the checksum gonna work, you can just uh, see these things. So you can do pip install checksumdir. It is there, and if, let's say, if you get a error called no module name package resources, you can just do pip install setup tools. So it will resolve that error. And also, you can, if you want, you can use pip install zip file as well. It is not required for all, but yeah, so any two or anyone would be okay. Then after that, create a check.py file. So this file needs to be created for the first time. you need to copy paste the code which is given here. So this is the code which you can just copy paste. So import checksumdir has equal to this thing, and these 3 4 lines you should be copying inside check.py. Now, if you have downloaded your submission from the portal, let's say, so folder structure would be like this is your new folder which you have created. Let's say name is Viva folder. This is your main folder or new folder. Now inside that you can just paste your zip file. So down you have just downloaded from the portal. You will be getting some hashed name dot zip. So this is what you will be getting. After unzipping it, it will be looking like the name which you have just seen. Okay. Inside that, your submitted folder would be shown. Okay. When you show this particular folder, then after that, inside this directory only, inside XYZ directly only, you have to create this check.py file. So this is the file which we are talking about. Okay, so check.py file will be created inside it, and then you just have to give the folder name. So folder name can be here in this it is app folder, so you can write it app folder here and run this particular Python file. Okay, so this is the guide which you can just see cd into xyz and then python and the file name which you are using. Okay, so this will give you a checksum here. So let's say if it happens, so you have done this part, and let's say if this checksum is not matching, it is possible that you might be using Mac OS, or it is possible that you're not able to unzip it correctly in Windows as well. It is okay. You can unzip them programmatically. So these are the code which you can use and unzip your particular file. This file, uh, this one, xyz dot zip. So this one. Okay, so you can unzip it and then try to see the checksum, even though let's say if it doesn't matches with your checksum from the proctor side. So your proctor will have a checksum has code. If doesn't matches with your code, you can directly download your submission and you can continue with your Viva. It is fine. We are okay with that. So it you can download it directly also. You can just ask your proctor so that it can confirm that you are able to download or not. So just to confirm, you should tell your proctor that yeah, can I download it? It is, if proctor is fine, we can continue with the Viva. Okay, so either go for the checksum part or you can directly download. It's fine. We are okay with that. Okay, so these are the things which you should be noticing before going for Viva. If you still face any issue, you can if you are a Mac user, you can go to this doc. You can click on this doc and then you will be seeing those parts. Okay, till now, whatever I've said, you should be able to understand these things before going for the Viva. Okay, level 1 and level 2 as well. So that you can reconfirm what needs to be done. Okay, this is done. We have also added few new features, few new things in this particular term, that is malpractice. You can open, so when you go to this important doc file, you can open this thing. So project doc mad one. If you click on this particular file and you go to these points, so step 2, so one of the thing is resubmission will not be allowed for final batch. If the submission comes out as invalid in final batch, it will be rejected and student cannot proceed further in the Viva process. So you need to repeat this particular uh, project in the next term if your file doesn't uh, unzips, and also it is not able to extract. So this is the main thing which you should be noticing here. Okay, after that what? So if validation passes, let's say if your file is correct, you have given a correct zip file, but it fails during the plagiarism test. So let's say if we go through your file and it matches with other student, so you can, so we will tell you that you have been caught in plagiarism check. Then we will mail you, and then you can tell if let's say if you feel that it is not being copied by you and you don't know how it is copied, you can fill the form, and then you can if the DWC committee feels that you needs to be coming to the meeting and all, they will do the proceeding from there. So this is only for plagiarism check part. So it is about the first part. Let's say if you have been caught in malpractice, the malpractice will be done during the Viva. If you have been caught during that period, we won't be sending any of the form and mail and all. We will just tell you that you have been caught in malpractice. You won't be able to uh, challenge that because it has been recorded already. Everything is recorded, and whatever the proof will be given according to your viva which you have given already. So this should be clear. Plagiarism and malpractice are both different things happening. Okay, plagiarism check will be done on your code from other code, and malpractice will be checked when you are giving your viva. So this should be clear. There are a few other parts about these things. So during level 1, if level 1 examiner is not convinced that the project is solely done by student, the examiner will have the complete right to fail the student. Okay, so you will be caught in malpractice during that period. Level 1 proctor can do that. Okay, so the punishment can be decided by the recommended student affairs committee, and this would be done. For the final batch, it is not possible due to large number of submission done by the student. The course team will provide a tentative pass for plagiarism. So it is possible that you will pass for the first time. So let's say if you submitted during or before 30th, it is possible if it is a large number we get, we can pass you at that particular point. It can be possible that you can also give level 1 viva as well, but your pass status can change after the viva as well. So it is not clear. So at till the end of this full process of vivas, you are not passed yet. It is possible that we can fail you uh, in the last stage of plagiarism check, and if we found out that you have matched with some other student, you will be failed. Okay, so till the last result of the last student comes, you can be failed in plagiarism check. Okay, so this should be clear in your mind. Okay, so these are the things which I wanted you to know about plagiarism check, malpractice, and viva checklist and all. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me in the discourse, or you can just comment down this video so that I can just answer you about the logic.